shaken by the storm. I know you're in control. Even in my suffering, even when you can't be seen, I know you're in control. Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Ooh, eh, eh. Look up, child. Ooh, eh, eh. Look up, child. Look up, child. Ooh, eh, eh, eh. Look up. Alrighty, happy Sunday. I'm just jamming out. Alright, Alexa, stop. Alexa. Alexa wasn't listening. Alright, happy Sunday again. As promised, I was going to prepare a meal, raw dinner tonight, which will more than likely be enough to do me dinner tomorrow. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. It's a raw beet salad. I'm calling it a raw beet salad because it has two kinds of beets. It has the red beet and it also has the golden yellow one. Okay, I've got carrots, I've got radicchio, I've got lettuce, and I've got kelp noodles. For those of you who don't know what kelp noodles is, because I didn't know prior to starting this raw journey, I got this in Whole Foods. So it's kelp noodles. It is raw. It's made from seaweed, and it doesn't have to be cooked. So if you're looking for a noodle alternative, and I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's like this. It's a little rubbery, but it's the back of the thing says to soak it in water, and then we'll see how it shows, right? Just rinse in water before preparing, and since I'm not going to use all of it, apparently I have to store it in water in the fridge, and I have to use it up within a week, which is not going to be a problem. All right, so it's vegan and it's raw. All right, and it's a good source of iodine, and it could be served hot too, but it's a fun alternative to wheat pasta and rice noodles. It's made from sea kelp, sodium alginate extracted from brown seaweed and water, and kelp noodles are low in calories and are a source of trace minerals, including iodine. All right, so just a little bit of new knowledge there. Anywho, so for the beet salad, it's gonna have the radicchio. It's gonna have spiralized beets, both colors, red and yellow. It's gonna have some medallion-looking carrots that I used my mandolin, so it's sliced really thin. And then I'm gonna make the dressing. So I'm probably gonna make the dressing before I actually do the compilation, because I did the prep and everything already, so that the dressing can sit in the refrigerator for a little bit while I'm doing everything else. I'm also going to be doing an avocado salad, which, again, the only thing that's going to be in there is avocados, of course, onions, some multicolored grape tomatoes, and what am I missing? Cucumbers. All right, and then I'm also making a separate dressing for that as well. Although I'm sure the one dressing could combine, but I'm not so sure of how the flavors are going to marinate with the beets. And since I'm not necessarily a beet fan, but I'm going to try today to see if I can make it taste really good, right? So anyways, I think I have everything that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do both salads now, get them to shake them up and put them in my refrigerator to kind of chill and marinate while I am assembling the salads, right? I'm eating two different salads, an avocado salad and but it doesn't matter, whatever. Anyway, so let me tilt this here so I can show you what I am doing. Again, forgive my messy kitchen. All right, but hopefully you can see. All right, so for I'm gonna do these beet salad dressing first. All right, and I already have everything here. Of course, I'm gonna need this to mix everything in. All right, so the first, and I already pre-measured everything, so I wouldn't have to be pouring and whatever. So, here we go. All right, so for the dressing that I'm making for the beet salad, it is going to have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Of course, I can't find my olive oil, but hang on. Olive oil, here we go. I need 2 tablespoons. Let me grab a tablespoon. I thought I had already measured this one out, but apparently not. But no worries. So 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna pour it in. So 2 tablespoons of olive oil, right? So this is gonna be 1, and this is going to be 2. All right, everything else I pretty much have already measured out already. All right, and then it's going to be 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna dump that in there. 1 tablespoon of red. Now this is my apologies, coconut aminos. All right, you can use liquid aminos or tamari if you have it. And 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. I'm gonna pour everything in. There's going to be the addition of 1 whole garlic. So I'm gonna squeeze this in here. I used to hate cutting garlic, and then I found this thing and I was like, cool. So it crushes it out really well without me have to worry about anything. Still get messy, but whatever. Oh, I'm losing a piece. And let me get my knife. Where's my knife? Oh. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so there we go. All right, so 1 garlic crushed, and you are gonna need water to do what you're doing. And then I'm gonna use a tablespoon of raw cashew butter. This is the part that's gonna be interesting because the recipe really called for raw ones, but I had sold those from overnight and I did not, so we're just gonna go with the cashew butter, right? And then I'm gonna need a little bit of water, so I'm gonna gauge the water because I don't want it to get too. So I start out with a little bit, and then don't worry, my hands are clean, so I'm just gonna do this so I get all the butter out. There we go. All right. I'm gonna wash off my hands now. Okay, so since I have done that, I'm gonna now go in and I'm gonna whisk it together a little bit. So, like so. I feel like I want to add some lemon to it to kind of, see? Can you see that? Let me bring this down a little bit. Yeah. So, it's a little bit, look. See the texture of that? I don't think I want to add any more water to it at the time, but anyway, the recipe says to get it into a bowl and toss it, shake it. So I want a small enough bowl that I don't have. Imagine that. So I'm gonna use this, and then let's see. I feel like I want something smaller. Hang on, hold on. Somebody gave me something the other day. I friend of mine gave me some salad dressing in this bottle here, so I'm gonna use the bottle, but I'm gonna thin it out a little bit more. Funny thing, you know, I want to taste it. I definitely want to taste it before I put it in the bottle, because I want to I feel like it needs something, maybe some seasoning of some sort. So I'm gonna do a little bit of black pepper. I always have to season these. Anytime I find a recipe for a salad dressing that I want to try, I find like I always have to do my own little impromptu seasoning. So I'm gonna do like this, like so, like Tabitha says. Not a lot, because I don't want to overpower it. And then I'm gonna go like so. And I feel like I want to add a little bit of lemon to this. I feel like I want to add a little bit of lemon, so, well, maybe not lemon, but a little bit of lime juice for a little acid. But I'm not gonna use a lot. I'm gonna just do whoop, and that's that. And then I'm gonna mix it up. So it's starting to thin out a little bit more, as you can see. I hope you can see. It's starting to thin out a little bit more. And I promise you, I'm gonna get the hang of using this camera thing to do a better job. I really hope you can see what I'm doing. So this is the little dressing. So what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna put it in the fridge to kind of marinate a little bit. So I'm gonna pour it into this little bowl and shake it up a little bit. So still have like a little bit of clumps, but I feel like once we get the shaking going, it will be a-okay. So here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, so let me do that and wipe this off. And then I had a and then here we go. And guys, my kitchen is small, so forgive me that I don't have a lot of counter space because I have too much crap. I got a juicer, a blender, a microwave oven, all kinds of crap. So, all right, so this is the dressing for the beet salad, all right? So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and I'll be back. All right. Next, so we're gonna put this aside. I feel like, let me put this aside here. All right, next I am going to now work on the dressing for the avocado salad. All right, for this one we need 1.5 teaspoons of minced garlic. So this was minced garlic that I pre-bought in the store. I'm just gonna use this. All right, and I am going to add 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice and just add it to that. And then I'm gonna add 1.5 tablespoon rather of red wine vinegar. I got 1 teaspoon of maple syrup. And then I have 1.5, well, no, I'm sorry, this is about 3.5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, and then salt and pepper to taste, but I am gonna, it calls for the oregano, it calls for some 1/4 cup of parsley, and it calls for 1/4 cup of cilantro, but I'm gonna leave the cilantro as a garnish. All right, so let me rinse this off. And I'm gonna just mix this up. Look at that. So it's like a, I'm gonna smell it. And this one calls for salt and pepper to taste, so I am gonna add a little bit of my this, just a little bit, and then a little bit of black pepper. What I am gonna add to this, because I like a little bit of spice in everything that I eat, I'm gonna add some red pepper flakes, because I can, because I want to. This was not in the original recipe. So I'm just gonna add a few shakes, kind of amp it up a little bit. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to just mix it around, and that's what it's looking like right there. And it's gonna be tossed into the avocado and the tomatoes and the and then once I mix it together, it's just gonna stay there and it's gonna chill. All right, so here we go. All right, now I'm gonna grab a spoon and make sure that it's not missing anything. All right. All right. So it gives it a little bit of a tart, acidic taste, which is good. I think it will go well with the avocado and the tomatoes. So anyways, now I'm gonna, since I have this one done, I'm gonna assemble the avocado salad. So I haven't cut the avocados as of yet. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna toss in some of the red onions that I had pre-sliced with a mandolin. Just gonna go like so, like so. Then I'm gonna add some of the tomatoes that I had already halved. I'm probably not gonna use all of them. Then again, I may, I don't know. And it's gonna look like this now. And then of course, I have these. Let me wash my hands again. Get a knife. And give you another chopping thing here. All right, so I'd already like cut them like in little chunks like this, in this size. And I'm gonna chop them, quarter them up. So I'm just gonna go, and I'll show you the sizing. And I'm gonna do them like this. And then toss them in there. So half, I'm gonna put them in half, and then once I do that, cut those in half again, toss them in. Now, toss them in, and then I'm gonna do two at a time. Toss them in. All right, and so they're gonna have that kind of a sizing, right? I'm just gonna add maybe, I think I'm gonna use up all of these cucumbers because I don't want it to go bad. See, this piece don't even look good. Anyway, I'm gonna use all of them because I don't want them to go bad. And by default, that means I'm gonna use all the tomatoes too. But that's okay. By default, I am going to use all of the tomatoes now, just for the heck of it. So now we've got the tomatoes and I may add some more. Actually, I will add some more onions. I love red onions. Anybody else love red onions? I do. I love red onions. I could eat them on a salad all the time, right? So we got our purple onions, our chunky cucumber, and our multicolored grape tomatoes. And then now I'm just gonna get the avocados. Bedding, a friend of mine bought this for me because he knows that I love avocados. Shout out to Justin. He's one of those guys, one of my friends from work, who also insisted that I do some kind of a YouTube channel, etc. All right, now it means you don't even have to use a knife, right? You could go like this and like this, right? And like this and like this, and I guess cut them however you want, and then save yourself the trouble, and I'll show you from above. You know, you don't even have to mess around with the peel, right? Because now everything is nicely sliced out of the skin. But no, I have to make a mess of it. But it's pretty cool, right? And it's not sharp enough where it can cut you or anything. I think I need to cut them a little bit smaller, but. And then, oh, this part of it is supposed to go here and secure the seed. And just twist, and voila. Isn't that neat? And then again, cut it down there, cut it down there. I'm gonna do it in 4 this time. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that way, almost like when you do a mango, pretty much. You don't have to really fight with the skin. You just kind of turn it over and it comes out. So we're gonna decide if I'm gonna use another avocado here. We're gonna decide based on me stirring this up, right? And I'm gonna show it to ya. All right, lovely. And I'm gonna just toss this. I feel like, yep, it needs another avocado. Yep, it does. Definitely need another avocado. Yep. So I'm gonna do just that. Voila, again. And so you go like this, just like I would with my knife. Same action. And then scoot it off, bam. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then scoot them out. Scoot them out. Bam. All right, so I added so this is 1.5. I feel like I need more tomatoes. You don't think? I feel like I need more. Anyway, now we're gonna add the dressing. And I'm not gonna use all of it because I want to see how this play out, right? And then the thing about this is it's supposed to sit in the fridge and chill for a little bit, right? So I'm gonna just toss this over in it, toss this together. I'm probably gonna change the bowl, and I'm gonna add some more tomatoes because I want to see the colors. So far, yeah, I think it needs more color. And then I'm gonna change the bowl that it's in. So, hang on. Be right back. I had some leftover ones from last night that I'm going to, as you know me, as I told you in the last video that I did, or the first video, I can't eat these whole. It is not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna put these red ones, these orange ones, maybe another red one, maybe another yellow one. And I like tomatoes, so I'm gonna use all of them. Doesn't matter. It's going the same place. It's going in my belly. So that way I don't have to worry about them getting bad. All right, and then I'm going to, so that's what it looks like now that I've added the extra tomatoes, and I'm gonna add the rest of the dressing. Because the trick with this one is that it's gonna be a whole lot better when the dressing sits on there and starts to marinate. So I'm gonna probably put it in the fridge for a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, smells good. You can't smell it, but it's pretty, right? All right, I'm gonna put this aside, and then I'm going to get me a plate. Hang on. I need a nice plate. so I'm gonna use this bowl because I can't find a bigger bowl right now. So then I'm gonna scrape it out into this. Yes, sir. Yep. And see, I feel like some of my tomatoes are all left on the bottom. Okay. All right, so there it is. I feel like I want to get some of the tomatoes on top. So let's do that. Yep, let's bring them, some of them on top so you can see them. Yep, let's do that. Because it's all about appeal too, you know, you eat with your eyes. So you want to make sure that you are liking what you see. And then I had some little pieces of onion left over. I'm just gonna put on top. All right, so kind of like last minute slicing. This one, I don't know why this one looked like that, but anyway. And then a little cilantro on top. Right, just a little bit of cilantro on top, just for garnish. All right, and I'm gonna clean up the sides of the plate. So there we have it, our avocado salad, right? Filled with tomato, cucumbers, purple onions, and a nice avocado salad dressing that was made with lemon juice, red wine vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, maple syrup, cilantro, parsley, and oh, I forgot to, oh no, yeah, I did add oregano. Yep, I did add the oregano. All right, so looking good, right? Looking good. All right, so that's meal one done. All right, so let me clean up. I'm not gonna use the rest of this one today. Pretty sure I'll want to use it tomorrow. And then let me clean up this area. All right, hang on, people. I am coming. All right, so let me clean up my little mess here. All right, now this is the golden beet. Isn't it pretty? I use the spiralizer that I have, and I originally started to do the red ones, and they were this big, and I was like, it's too late for me to turn back and make them into noodle-like size, so it's fine. And then these are the carrots that I medallionized, or whatever, if that's a word. And then here is the gorgeous red or purple beet that everyone would probably be used to. And I kind of grated the radicchio. I'm going to toss it in with the lettuce. For those of you who don't know what radicchio is, it's kind of similar to like cabbage. It has like a slightly bitter taste, but it's good in salads. And of course, I have the kelp noodles soaking. Yeah. So I'm gonna rinse them off and put them back in fresh water while I'm doing everything else. Now I am going to add some lettuce, but I had to soak the lettuce because, listen, even though those packages say they already washed, don't follow them. Even though it says it was already washed twice, pre-washed, triple washed, whatever, I always wash them. And I put that thing to soak while I was doing the prep. And when I looked in the water that I had the lettuce in, there was a whole bunch of black little bugs or whatever. And I was like, what the hell? I thought these things were washed. So no matter what that box or what that bottle says, wash your veggies. All right. So I had cleaned off the water, and I put back more. You can't see now, but I put back some more water in it. So I'm gonna rinse this off now. Oops, I'm losing a lettuce in the sink. All right. So I have a little bit of a trick that I do when I want to dry my lettuce. Losing another lettuce again. Anyways, I bought a salad spinner, which, listen, it is my life. It is my life. Salad spinner, my life. It dries my kale, my lettuce, my whatever, spinach. I just rinse them off first, of course. Put it in here. And I'm going to show you, because this was a clean thing, right? And there wasn't any water in there. And watch this when I do this spin. For those of you who don't have one, go get one. If you want to keep your veggies not soggy when you make your salad, yeah, get one. Anyways, I'm gonna put this over here, and then I'm gonna do the spin. And I normally spin it like about two times. All right, and then I go like. Extra step that I do every time I make a salad. All right, so first spin done. Look at that. Look at that water. You hear that? Look at that. Look at that when I pour it off. Yeah, probably can't see it very well, but I'm gonna spin it one more time. And make sure you can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, just give it a good spin. It's an extra step, but I do it all the time. And so said, so done. More water is still coming off. All right, so now I feel like, okay, it's ready for me to do my thing. Now I'm gonna just lay the lettuce in the bottom of the bowl. All right, so one sec. All right, so I'm gonna use this because I'm gonna probably make it and put it in the fridge so that I can just share out portions when I'm done, when I'm ready to eat. So with my washed lettuce, and this is the Boston lettuce, I'm gonna just put it on the, use it like on the, like a bed, and I'm gonna just do that, right? Like so. Get that from Tabitha, and then I'm gonna go with some red beets first. So let me show you how the red beets was spiralized. So I probably can just like see the sizing. And I'm not even gonna break it up because some of them were into smaller pieces, and that's fine. You could, I guess, break them up, but for the look, I'm not gonna. All right, and then I'm gonna try to use enough where it looks appealing. So, still, look at that. Oops. Yeah, pretty. All right, so yeah, there we go. All right, so that's, I'm gonna use up. And the thing with me and veggies is if I don't use all of it for a salad, I put them in the what's left over in a Ziploc bag. And listen to me, that's in a smoothie the next day or the day after or whenever. All right, so I think I have enough red there, right? So again, it's a red beet that was spiralized. I need a better spiralizer than the one I have, but we'll talk about that on another day. And then the beautiful yellow ones. Ooh, beautiful yellow. And then I'm just gonna lay it down as well. Such a vibrant yellow, right? Such a vibrant yellow. I like it. And according to what I read online about yellow beets, they are a little bit less earthy tasting than the red ones, yeah? So I feel like, okay, that's a good thing. And then I like how I kind of cut these small. I'm just gonna sprinkle them around like this. Isn't that pretty? And then hang on, I soon add the kelp. All right, so it adds a little bit of color to your plate. Okay, now let's drain the kelp and see what it looks like. All right, so now that it's drained, it's supposed to absorb the flavor of whatever sauce